Okay, hey y'all. So I just got talking a couple times in the last couple days about the whole LDG and removing the second neck, the C6 neck, and just kind of faking it on E9. And I realized there's not enough lessons out there on kind of the fake C6 on the E9 thing. So here's a couple. I just threw on this track. It's just alpha and echo, A and E, and I'm just kind of made it up. And I'm gonna hopefully kind of remember it, and I'm gonna have to go back and listen to what I did. But here's some sounds. So over our A chord, starting out, we're gonna be on the 10th fret. We're actually gonna start on the 9th, but I'm thinking of it as in relation to the 12th fret, A and B. And this kind of pocket of A and B down here on the 12th fret, or wherever we are. In this case, we're in A. So, and then my knees dropped on the 10th fret. Still against the A. So my first phrase is, okay, so I got my E's dropped, and I'm doing 8 and 7 from fret 9 to fret 10, and then we're just going up in dyads here, and then 7, 6, 6, 5, and then when I get there, I take my knee off, I put my A and B down, and hit 5 and 6, and I'm going to climb chromatically to 12. So, okay, so 5 and 6. Take the knee off, A and B, and then up to the 11th fret on 5 and 6, 12th fret, and then take the dyad above that, 4 and 5. So if you think of that in kind of like two parts of the phrase, we're going and then okay, then I'm gonna go 7, 6, and 5. 7, 6, and 5. We're gonna come back and talk about that at the end of the video. We're gonna talk about just sort of some cheap ways and some things that if you grab, by definition, it'll just kind of sound jazzy and C6y. But I'll get to that at the end of the lesson. So we go 7, 6, 5, and I'm sliding from 11 to 12, and then I'm going to take my fingers and take these two dyads. So I'm going, and then that's 4 and 5, and then 5 and 6. So it's this phrase. I think I could have done the slide a little bit better on my video, but if I remember right, but it's going to be, I might not have done the slide back up. I might have just gone down to 11 like I just did. Okay, so 7, 6, and 5, slide up, 2 fingers, 4, 5, and then 5, 6, and then down a half step, do the same thing. You could slide into it. I did not slide into it. Nope, I'm not sliding into it at all right now. Do the same thing on the 11th fret. And then I'm going to hit 5 and 6 with my 2 fingers, whatever you're using, with the A and B still down, and then I'm going to take the A and B off and drop the E's. I think I hit it twice if I remember right. Like, yes, that's what I did. Okay, I'm gonna check what I did. Okay, so now we're down here off the E. We're off this A and B E. So off my 7th fret, that's how I'm picturing it. I'm picturing as this is my E I'm playing against here. That's how my brain sees it. A and B down on the 7th fret. But I'm gonna come down to the 5th fret. I'm gonna drop my E's. And I'm gonna be starting on the 4th fret and sliding on the 8th string. Okay, and it's going to go 4 to 5, E's dropped on the 8th string, and then we're just going straight up the string, so that's 7, 6, okay, just that idea itself, like getting that little slide in, and you could slide from a full step down if you wanted, oh, you could slide from anywhere, doesn't really matter, as long as you get there in time. So again, 7, 6, and then I'm going to take my knee off, put my A and B down, just like kind of a lot of these moves. And then I'm going to play 5 and 6 with the A and B down. And you can hear I do this little thumb, this little kind of dead thumb real quick on that after the third note, or right there. So it's walking up, you can see my little quick thumb here. So quick thumb, and then I hit 8 and 6 and 5 together. So, and then I hit 4 and 5, and I might hit 8 together. I think I hit 8 as well, but 4 and 5 for sure. And then 4 and 5 down on the 5th fret with the A and B down on all those. And then I lift up the A and B and I lower the E's. So the whole thing is. You can see my little dead thumb in there. I don't even notice when I'm doing it. It's just kind of this percussion. Okay. Now we will go to the next phrase. So we're on the 5th fret with our E's lowered. We're playing 4 and 5. Right? So we just did G sharp, which is the 3rd of our E major chord, and then we have and then we have an E, so we have the root of the major chord. So root and 3, very much a chord. If we come down here, so when we come down here, now we have the 2, and we have the dominant 7. We have a D, which is our dominant 7. Yeah. And then we got the 2, so we sound like a 9 chord there. Nice dominant 9. Okay, so that whole thing, slow. Okay, now on to the next big section that's quite a bit different. Okay, so the next little section, not the most hip thing I've ever played, but it gets you an idea of like the positions of this, and then do with it as you may. So I'm down here. To my 5th fret for my A chord as it comes around, and I am sliding up on the 6th string. So I'm down here with my E's lowered. I go. I slide from 4th fret to the 5th fret to get that minor 3rd to major 3rd, and then I play 5th, and I bring in the A pedal. So that's 6, from 4th fret to the 5th fret on the 6th string, open 5th, A pedal down on the 5th, and then 4 and 5, and then I go. That's just the rhythm on 8, 6, and 5, bringing the A in and out. So, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, up, in, out, in, out, in, out. And then I'm going to go down, I'm going to grab the 9th and the 6th and the 5. That's what happens when it changes. Sorry. Yep. The last part of it is 8, 6, 5. Bring the A in and out. And then down to 9, 6, and 5. Same thing, A and out. In, out, in, out. So I'm just rocking this A back and forth with this kind of sort of wide voicing, kind of the wider you get. But I like the A kind of in that voicing. Okay, so I know some of you are sitting out there and you're thinking, but Josh, the A pedal on the 5th fret, that is an F sharp minor. I know that's an F sharp minor, and you are correct. the band is playing an F sharp, that's going to sound like an F sharp minor. If the band is playing an A note, that's going to sound like an A6, and we are looking for 6 because that's the sound of our neck we do not have, C6. So, and then I'm coming back, I'm doing a similar thing on the 9th fret, but I'm starting with I'm just going right to the 9th string and 5 and 6. Something like that. Okay, so I'm on 9, 5, 6, bringing in the A real fast, then out again, and just a bunch of A in and out. I'll play it slow so you can hear the rhythm, but it's just A in and out. And then I go up to 4 and 5 rather than 5 and 6. So it's just going from 9th string 5 and 6 and 9th string 4 and 5 for that little accent there. Okay, and that is about it. Now the other part of that little promise I made. So kind of a few things here. So we're looking for 6th chords, and you can kind of get those just in a few really like kind of quintessential spots. One is the one we talked about down here of having the A pedal down, and kind of any of the string sets. Right now I'm just playing like a straight triad that, like, I know a lot of you are thinking looks like a minor chord, and it is. But you can put the 9th down there with it. You get like a 6-9 chord kind of sound. It's super cool. Okay, and then we talked about the other one of just, if I'm thinking about my let's do it over the A major. So one of my standard places would be 5th fret with the A pedal down, and lots of sliding in, and you can pedal the A in and out, but not a lot. It tends to be less of the sound of the pedals inside the chords. Okay, so we can do it there, or 10th fret with lowering my E's and just this whole thing. You want to think when you have your E's lowered down here is, especially between string 8 and string 3, you're real safe. That's going to be a lot of your sound. If you stay in there, you're staying real safe. So let's just leave it at that right now. All these. And then the other place that I sort of alluded to earlier, but I didn't want to get sidetracked, is if you have your A and B pedal down, and we're on the 12th fret because we're doing A right now, just add the 7th string to any of your voicings. The 1st string is the same, but it's fine up there, but especially when you add it down here. So the difference between like playing just like an A major and playing a A6th, so I get the, we could just totally fine, but if I add that 7th string in, go down to the E, and granted the E's the 5 chord, it's the dominant, but we don't need to get into that tonight. Hopefully those are a few cool little places and licks and phrases, and thank you.